I'd rather be humble than be humbled. Number 112. Welcome back. Today, we'll be looking at the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke to see how Jesus addressed Peter's pride and lack of insight into the ways of God. So let's get started. Matthew 16 verses 21 to 23, Mark 8 verses 31 to 33, Luke 9 verse 22. From that time on, Jesus began to teach and show his disciples that he, the Son of Man, must go to Jerusalem and suffer many things at the hands of the elders, chief priests, and scribes, and be rejected by them, and that he must be killed and on the third day be raised to life. He spoke this message quite frankly, and Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. "Far be it from you, Lord," he said. "This shall never happen to you." But Jesus, turning and looking at his disciples, rebuked Peter and said, "Get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block to me, for you do not have in mind the things of God, but the things of men." My thoughts. Peter would later write this promise and warning in his first epistle. "You younger men, likewise be subject to your elders, and all of you, clothe yourselves with humility toward one another, for God is opposed to the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Therefore humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you at the proper time." 1 Peter 5 verses 5 to 6. He had experience. He knew what it was like to go from hero to zero in a matter of minutes. Just a minute earlier, he was being blessed by his master, and the next he was labeled one of the worst villains in the universe, Satan. Yes, Peter warns us from his own combat experience. Take it from me, humble yourself, because when God humbles you, it ain't pretty. Here's 5 indicators of true humility. Self-aware. A humble person recognizes their strengths and weaknesses without arrogance or self-deprecation, staying grounded in who they are. Pride can come in 2 forms, elevating oneself or putting oneself down. Both are focused on self. Romans 12 verse 3. Grateful. They express appreciation for what they have and give credit to others, rather than acting entitled or self-focused. 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 18. Teachable. They listen, accept feedback, and admit mistakes, showing they don't claim to have all the answers. Proverbs 12 verse 15. Others-focused. They prioritize others' needs or perspectives with kindness and respect, not for recognition, but out of genuine care. Philippians 2 verses 3 to 4. Generous. Humble individuals give freely of their time, resources, or support, without expecting anything in return, reflecting a lack of ego in their actions. Luke 6 verse 38. My story. I was in the chaplain's basic course as a brand new chaplain, but not a brand new soldier. I had already served as an infantryman for 19 years. I knew I needed to enter into this new phase of my career with some humility, but the obstacle course got the better of me. With a spirit of competition and pride swelling in my chest, I attacked each obstacle like I was 19 years old. One problem, I was actually 38. I did finish the course in record time and showed I was the man with 2 broken ribs and a whacked-out spine. I didn't let on that I was in pain at the moment of my grand victory. But the next morning, standing in formation with all my fellow chaplains, I crumpled to the ground in pain. They had to physically carry me to the ER. Pride comes before the fall, and pain. Tisk, tisk. I keep reminding myself, humble yourself before you get humbled under the mighty hand of God. Our action plan. Now it's time for application. Here's some ideas. Study the Bible to find instances where Jesus' disciples acted arrogantly and note his response or actions. Share the insights from your Bible study with those you're mentoring. Take time in church to confess prideful behaviors in your lives. There is great safety in the bunker of humility. Let's learn from Peter's combat experience and dodge those pride mines.